Well, pay attention. Make it look like you care.
I care.
Excellent. This week on
Michelle cares.
I do.
This week on Viewer Takeover, we talk about our E3 plans.
Yeah.
We talk about games we want to play in VR.
Yes.
And we talk about something I can't read. Oh, Redneck.
Redneck.
Comments. Redneck stuff. This is Viewer Takeover.
This week on Viewer Takeover, we are going to start reading the comments. Just select a few comments that you guys at home have.
Who guys at home?
The Gamecast.
They decided at home.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Seraphim.
We're going to talk about what you guys are talking about, which is...
What you talking about?
Talking about
Willis.
This is...
Alright guys, we've got to edit this in real quick. This is obviously Viewer Takeover, but we don't want to forget about our amazing Patreon supporters.
Yes.
So we've got more Patreon support this week than ever. And
Awesome.
we just want to thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts to all of these names down below.
Yeah.
You guys all
of them.
all of the Game Cats are amazing, but the Patreon supporters, slightly more amazing.
A little bit more.
Guys, for $1 a month, you can get 4 episodes of The Litter Box every single month. That's a quarter per episode.
Yeah.
A quarter.
That's it.
I throw that at homeless people.
Oh, wicked.
It's
I don't
ridiculous.
throw it at them. I place it.
I hand it to
hand.
them.
Oh, no, I'm not giving them money. I'm just like using them
Bling.
as target practice.
Ding! And they're like, oh, what are you doing? And then they look for the quarter anyways.
Exactly.
Humiliated.
So,
grab it.
We like homeless people too. We like everybody here.
We like them
Love
all.
everyone.
Yeah.
Right? If only the
just
homeless people had the internet, we could love them more.
Oh, wicked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do. You know, I've seen so many homeless people with iPhones and
Cell
stuff.
phones,
I'm
right?
like, really? I'm like, you better be watching the podcast.
Can I have a quarter? And you're like, no.
So
I'm like,
stop
let me
throwing
go
quarters
where
at them.
I
Start
can
throwing
find
our without parole pens at them.
That's
That's a great idea.
These cost 5 times as much as a quarter.
Right?
Yeah.
If they break that up, they might be able to condense it into a quarter shape and put it into a slot machine.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
As always, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your Patreon support.
Thank you.
We love you all.
Every fucking one.
I think your dream in life would just to be me.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a little faux hawk.
Do you want one, Michelle?
I used to have a faux hawk.
Ooh, pictures, please.
You used to have a faux hawk?
Yeah,
Really?
I did.
The more you know.
I did.
Ding.
Maybe I'll talk about that in the next litter box.
There you go. We learn something new every week.
I gotta stop drinking your coffee, Brian.
It's quite alright. I got plenty more where that came from. So every week on Viewer Takeover, we talk about your comments, your questions, your concerns that we find in the comments. We copy, we paste, we put them on a computer screen on this little crappy WordPad. You know what? I need to get like real Word, Microsoft Word, because I hit Control-Z to undo something today, and it like literally just started the whole thing over.
Oh no!
It was like 20 minutes of work.
This is why
I was
your
like,
job is never done.
it's very confusing.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm just using the notepad. That's not a good way to go. But then I printed it out on a crappy little Canon printer and then put it in front of us for us to read. And here we are. You're all caught up.
Yeah.
First
Verified.
comment.
Number 1.
Wow. Your energy's literally soaring through me right now.
Number 1.
Number 1. Marquise Desang.
Marquis de Sang. Marquis de Sang.
Okay, from Gaming Without
Parole episode.
Do you want to just read all
He
of
knows
them?
it by heart.
Trying to help you.
I prefer to pay $20 for a game that lasts 4 hours than pay $70 for a game that will only play for 4 hours and get bored with it.
Okay, and number 2.
I prefer to pay
$20 for a game that lasts 4 hours than pay $70 for a game that I will only play 4 hours and then get bored with.
I see. Yes.
I did some editing while I was reading.
Yeah, no, I got that because I was following through, and that's yeah.
I added words. I removed words. I added S's to the end of words.
Tightened it up. He tightened it up.
Well, you know how I like it nice and tight, Jeremy.
You do like it nice and tight. Yeah.
Yep.
Who wants a loose? Whatever it may be.
Yep.
A loose whatever it may be.
I'm recently single, so I'm taking snuggling applications for all of those tight viewers.
Post
Sure
below. You'll
be getting some comments below.
The tight.
I Hi, Brian's mom.
Hey, my mom is so, Jeremy loves this word, backlogged on the show. She didn't even watch last week's yet, so it's quite all right. I won't have to hear Mom's wrath for at least 2 weeks.
I'd probably cry for what your mother said about that. Jeremy should, I'd probably cry.
Listen, my mom laughed at your litter box episode. And if
really?
Yeah.
Is she a supporter?
Patreon supporter?
No, she doesn't need to be. She gave birth to the Patreon.
Seriously. So Marquita's song said, so basically there was a discussion on Gaming Without Parole about games and about how much they cost, especially with PlayStation VR. There seems to be a little bit of a VR markup.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I agree.
Like even I just reviewed VR Carts, and that game, when I reviewed it, I thought it was like a $10 or $15 game, and then I checked the European store, and it's like £35.
Oh, for real?
We already paid so much for the VR. Why do the games have to be so expensive?
I was so excited when I watched that review of yours because I thought this might be a great game, and then your review was like,
not so good.
You watched one of his reviews?
I do watch his reviews.
You watch the channel?
I do, yeah. I don't watch all of ours, but I do watch his reviews. I do too.
And so the discussion is that it's like there's a lot of short experiences on PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
And they range in price anywhere from like, 10, 20, and like VR Carts, $35. And there's not a lot of content in VR Carts.
Yeah.
And so, but Marquita's song, their perspective is they'd rather pay $20 for a game that is short, that they're going to play all of, than pay a full price, $70 or whatever, for a game that they'll only play 4 hours of and then get bored with.
Yep.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
I agree with him. Yeah, totally. I would rather pay the money, play it from beginning to end, and enjoy the experience than to pay full price and pay a little of the experience.
Like, how many games recently have you sold back, like traded in, and you didn't beat?
Exactly.
Like, I mean, countless, right?
A lot of them.
Like, are you going to finish Prey?
I don't know yet. I don't think so. No.
Did you finish Mafia 3?
No, I traded that in. I got rid of that.
Mass Effect Andromeda?
Got rid of that shit.
Fucking just all garbage.
Yeah, it is garbage.
I have a friend who just finished Mass Effect.
And Zelda, I'm in
Mass Effect.
Amazing. I've put 50 some odd hours easily. Yeah, I'm so happy that I purchased it. I have no regrets.
Yeah, but those are so few and far between.
They are. Yeah.
I would rather finish a game.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, beginning to end.
Yep.
Yeah, it's rewarding.
Yeah, and for $20,
rewarding.
Awesome. That's why I like Rhyme. On my should we or shouldn't we this week, I talked about Rhyme. Rhyme's only like 5 or 6 hours, and it's like less than $30.
Yeah.
It definitely should we. It is. It's great, and this is
some of those arcade games are great for that though.
Yeah,
because they release, they're short in price. You know, I mean, they're not that expensive.
Yep.
And they don't take more than like 4 to 6 hours to beat, and usually a lot of them they're great stories, very intriguing. They might not give you a conclusion, but that leaves it open to your own interpretation. And I find that sometimes is a little more rewarding. Yeah. Like Limbo, and then what was the other one that they did?
Awesome.
Inside. Those were great, great games.
Yep.
And just bringing it back to PlayStation VR, a game that I sort of gave a average review that grew on me eventually was Polybius, and that game is $15, and like honestly, like it's unlimited replay value.
Oh, really?
Unlimited. Nice. You like one play session might be like 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes, depending on how good you are. But you can go back to it over and over and over again, and it never gets less trippy. It's insane.
Nice.
So I agree with Marquita's song.
Yeah, totally.
Even though we disagree very often in the comments.
True.
So we got a bunch of comments talking about the same thing. Last week on Viewer Takeover, we talked about what our E3 plans are.
Yeah.
And we basically put it out there and said, if we do an E3 live stream, only of Sony's press conference, because obviously we're very PlayStation VR focused.
Very, yeah.
And so that would be the one that would interest us the most. Sorry,
yeah.
I heard something out there. Yep. And so the response was pretty overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
Do you want to cover all of these that are bracketed?
Absolutely.
All right.
Bracketed.
Bracketed. All right, Mr. Boring said,
what
you know I'd watch you guys over E3. Anything else for E3? Anything else? What?
Oh no! Mr. Boring stops there. One line.
Oh, and then what's anything else?
Mr. Boring said, I would watch you guys for E3.
Yep.
And then anything else said.
Oh, anything else is the name. I would watch you guys talk over E3 rather than all others. Smiley face.
Now, can we just stop there for a brief second?
Yeah.
What a fucking amazing compliment that is.
That's awesome.
That's huge.
Like, like the number of people I want to watch like Giant Bomb or IGN,
right?
Or Kind of Funny. Like the list is endless, and if you guys want to watch,
and that's what I kind of assumed, that everyone would rather watch Kind of Funny or IGN or
I'd usually watch the IGN streams, and I enjoy them. What's his face? I like what's his face. The guy with the slightly chubby guy with the beard. It's one of your favorites on IGN.
Comment below.
Reviews a lot of stuff.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he slightly chubby?
Slightly chubby.
I don't know.
Maybe mildly chubby. You'd know him if I said the name.
Is Jared Petty?
No. I'd know the name if I
there's so many people at IGN. I can't think of them all.
Yeah.
Jetero Heller 83. Do it. The E3 YouTube live stream.
Do it.
I'll watch it.
Sweet.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Jetero.
Right?
Sweet.
Matt.
Jetero?
Jetero sounds more fun.
Jetero.
Jetero.
Matt Tremont. I'd watch you guys covering E3 for shizzle. He said for sure, but I said for shizzle.
You sure did.
I was like, wow, twice in one day.
Yeah. Seems excessive.
Yeah.
Twice in 1 week, let's be fair.
Yeah.
These are awesome compliments.
Sean Wax.
Hey, Sean.
I would 100% rather watch you guys and girl
Bing.
talk over E3 than watch anything from IGN or Kind of Funny. Wow. That's pretty good.
Sean Wax is a Kind of Funny refugee. He's when Colin left, I think Sean Wax jumped ship. I almost did the same thing.
You did, yeah. I remember that. Yeah,
I was like, I don't know if I'm really interested anymore. I like the dynamic they all had, and then when Colin left, I was like,
Yeah, but you've always been so dedicated with them, anyways. That
I'm trying so hard to stick with them, and I feel like maybe my attempts are just like a little bit of a waste of time.
And Sean, he comments a lot.
I love Sean.
Yeah, it's great.
Is that all of Sean?
Nope. Yep. And then gag noises.
Gag noises. That's still Sean. He's making gag noises.
Oh, really? Yeah. Gag noises. You guys are real gamers. You can't trust anything those big channels say anymore. ... I guess so.
Yeah, I do. I hate to say this, but I trusted IGN for so long, and then there were 2 movie reviews in a row. There was the Blair Witch Project.
Yes.
And Don't Breathe. And both of those movies got amazing IGN reviews, and they were both probably 2 of the worst movies I'd seen in a wicked long time. I already put Don't Breathe
out of my head.
The Blair Witch was so bad.
That was so bad.
Unbelievable.
How anyone could have thought it was even halfway decent. I was like,
we went to both
you get to a certain point, and you're like, listen, I've been trusting you guys for so long, and now it's just like, it's almost obvious that somebody's throwing money there.
Yeah. I watched that movie. Did all 3 of us? Is that the one we went together? I
went with you and some of your hippie friends.
So it wasn't me that saw that with you guys. We did see one together, but that was trash.
You were with my hippie friends too?
Yeah. What's her name had to leave in the middle of the movie?
She had to go chain herself to a tree for a protest somewhere.
She was in town with her band.
Kaylee.
Kaylee, thank you.
Kaylee and Alex. Hey, Kaylee and Alex.
Yeah, hi. I'm really sorry I couldn't think of your name.
Totally had to leave. I forgot about that.
Yep. Anthony Durant wrote, thanks for the shout out, guys. We gave Anthony what?
I've caught your cough. Sorry.
Well, it started up here.
It did. Yeah, my
Is that
coughing.
What it sounds like?
Well, it did. Don't you remember?
Your eyebrow is so sickly.
Yeah, I still haven't washed it though, Brian. I've circled it. I'm like, Brian kissed, and I put an arrow.
Oh, it'll be worth something someday.
Someday they'll cut it off of my scalp.
Anthony Durant,
flabbity piece of skin.
We gave Anthony and Durant a shout out last week, and because we were talking about Durant, when I think of that the band that we all love from the 80s.
Duran. Why'd you mark that one?
Because I'm counting.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to lose track. I'm on 1.
Durant.
Anthony Durant wrote, thanks for the shout out, guys. Question: what game would you all like to see in VR? I'd like to see a really good RPG. Along with Anthony Durant's question, Ben Duong, who we all know and love.
Ben Duong.
Hey,
Ben Duong. He was saying something similar. We were having a little discussion in the comments about how, although PlayStation VR is great, we really need that super duper meaty game. You know, we do need that amazing RPG that's gonna suck us back in for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 hours, because even though Resident Evil was a full-fledged game and Farpoint was short.
Can we make it Zelda?
I mean, if we could, we would, right?
Whoa, it would be,
epic, right?
Awesome.
So cool. cool.
I mean, like, so what?
Maybe that's my answer.
Zelda?
Sure.
Or it's a Zelda clone. There's a game called Oceanhorn that's on PS4 and Vita. It was originally a mobile game that's very Zelda-like, and it would be amazing if they put it in VR.
Take that.
Yeah.
I think any of these big budget games would be awesome in VR. Grand Theft Auto would be great. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Zelda, of course.
Yeah, I don't like driving in VR though.
Well, I mean, you know, you can just run then.
Yeah.
You could.
You don't have to drive.
No, there's many alternatives.
We just called like Grand Theft Walking.
Vampire the Masquerade. I know that hasn't been around in a long time, but a good old fashioned, really meaty Deus Ex type of RPG like that in virtual reality, I think would be pretty sweet. You know, turn-based would also be awesome.
Give me Persona 5, please.
Yeah.
I need an excuse to go sit and play that game for 60 hours or so.
In it, can you imagine if they took a game like Dot Hack, where there you are playing the game, but then when you enter the world, it's
VR.
Completely,
It'd be great. It would change the whole experience.
Everything's better in VR.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah. You know,
everything is better in VR.
Yeah.
So there are a couple games I think that we should all be looking forward to. I wrote down Age of Heroes. That doesn't sound right, but Age of Heroes and Redemption's Guild. These both seem to be pretty epic MMORPGs.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into them.
And if they're not MMORPGs, then at least one of them is, and the other one's like a co-op RPG.
The trailers of that?
There are, I don't know if you call them official trailers, but there are videos. Snippets. Yeah.
We'll have to
these are
check those out in the future.
They're very early on in development.
Right, yeah.
So we have our fingers crossed because these are the kinds of games we need in VR.
You drinking water out of a snifter? Is that
vodka, actually.
That's not vodka.
No, that's straight water.
Yeah.
Straight water.
I could tell if it was vodka.
You smell it from here.
Well, no, Michelle will be acting differently right about now.
Right about now, yeah. This is around that
time.
She
want to know something. Yeah.
Not that we've ever seen that before.
I never have. I only picture this is what it would be like. I already have to pee again.
Hi, my name's Michelle. I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah. Broke the seal.
Not that kind of seal.
No, but don't ever do that again.
Club those seals. Don't break those.
Oh my God, stop.
No, club the fuck out of them fuckers. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I couldn't hurt an animal.
Another thing I would love to see in VR, just to keep this topic on track, would be, strangely, the only third-person platforming game we've gotten so far has been Marbles.
Oh yeah,
and I'm like, and that's definitely like a more of a budget title.
Yeah,
I'd like to see a team like Naughty Dog was so good at third-person action platformers before they did Uncharted games.
Yeah.
Jack and Daxter and Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah,
it's the real shame with this Crash Bandicoot relaunch with redoing the trilogy, the Insane trilogy, is that there's no VR support.
Yeah,
it's like, come on. Just throw it in there.
Yeah, really.
Can they make a game where we can like go to Universal and Disney and everything?
We discussed that. Like, enjoy the rides.
I know they did like the roller coaster one, but that was bad.
Yeah.
There's a game behind you called Universal Theme Park for GameCube.
GameCube, right? But
and you just go around and you ride the rides.
I mean,
that'd be awesome though in virtual reality. Actually, we discussed this once before.
Pull out your computer chair so you can actually go along with it as you're going. I think that'd be great.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's do it. Let's make one.
Let's do it.
Next week we'll have it made.
Right?
Yeah.
PlayStation VR, Disney.
Disney.
Wait, who read the last one?
Mission.
You read the last one? No, I read the last one.
No, you.
Oh, you didn't read it yet?
You read.
Oh, we're behind. Wow, Michelle, we are behind.
Yes, we are.
Well, like always.
Real quick.
Yep.
2PKH.
Right on.
Yeah. So, Jotaku X. You guys and girl should get a 360 camera and put it in the middle of the three of you so we can feel like we're there with you. Oh, interesting.
Put it right here.
Your discussions feel super chill and intimate. Feels like you're talking to us like friends, which is why I love you guys and girl. I like that they keep doing that. Something like this would be first for PSVR followers and would be amazing exclusive VR content for gamers without gaming without Parole fans. What do you think?
What do you think?
I think it would be cool, but I think that we'd have to. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
So
I don't.
I agree with Brian. His response to that.
Well, that was my response to that was pretty simple.
Yeah.
Was that if we had a 360-degree camera right here in the middle of the table and you could just choose to look wherever you wanted to.
Yeah.
Jeremy and I wouldn't have to show up for the podcast
right?
anymore.
They'd look at your boobies.
Yeah, they wouldn't even know we were gone.
Or they'd try to see if they could get a glimpse of your ass.
But I don't even hardly wear low-cut shirts.
It would be an interesting camera, but that's what would happen, Michelle. Thank you for stealing the
Brian actually already
boobs.
has a 360 camera in here. He just hasn't. He just doesn't tell us about it.
Yeah, doesn't know.
I use it for my own purposes.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So originally, Jotaku X, I just kind of dismissed your comment and was like, that sounds like a perverted thing, and it still might be. But how cool would it be to have
we'd all be hanging out.
That ability for them.
VR podcast in PlayStation VR.
That'd be sick. They could be like they're right here with us.
Do it.
That'd be awesome.
I don't know if we'd be first. There may be some people doing this, but it just seems like a natural fit for us. I did a look on Amazon for some cameras, and they're not super expensive.
Oh,
like
really?
Doable-ish.
Yeah. It might be. I've never used one.
Right.
So I don't have a lot of information.
We should take a poll and find out how many of our viewers actually have VR.
Okay.
Right
here in the comments. Okay. Here's what we need from you. Would you watch our podcast, the Gamescast, in VR?
I would.
So a 360 degree.
Yeah.
Would you do that if we filmed it that way? We'd of course always give you the option of watching this way too.
Yeah.
But
right.
If we invested in the money.
So what does that mean though? Does that mean you'd have to film on 2 different cameras and then edit again twice?
Yeah.
Well, can you edit one and then transport you don't know.
No idea.
All right.
So we just before I start taking a lot of time and investigating and spending time and money,
a lot of money
into this, I'm curious to know how popular it would be. I mean, the real cheap ones are like $150 or something.
Oh, really?
Oh,
so
that's
real cheap.
Really cheap.
But again, if we're gonna do it, I want it to be nice.
Should be like maybe 3.
Remember the original YouTube videos we saw in 360 that were just like so low resolution.
Yeah.
I don't want that to be.
I want it to be worth it, worth your while. If you're gonna do it, we might as well go all the way.
So it's something to look forward to in the future. Maybe we'll give it a shot someday, but we want to know down below in the comments if it's something you want.
Podcast VR.
Right. And then we had a couple honorable mentions as far as the redneck comments went from last week's Dick Wild giveaway.
Yeah. Do you want me to do both or one? And then
I think you should use your redneck voice on both of them.
Yeah, you got a pretty good redneck voice.
What do you got?
So this one is from R. Shane Lambert. 5 days ago, edited.
You don't have to read that. You're giving away what they were filming this on.
Yeah. Well, would getting a DUI, driving a riding lawnmower on your way back from the liquor shack while driving PBR count as redneck while drinking PBR? Yes, what is that? Pat's Blue Ribbon?
Yeah.
Paps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty redneck.
Taste.
Yeah.
Pretty redneck.
Never mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
used to drink PBR.
I used to drink PBR. I like PBR.
I never did.
Of course, now I'm just a high life person.
I wasn't a huge drinker. Beer especially. No way. If I do drink, it's, mild pussy shit. Fireball. I'm not a big drinker.
He's freaking blaming me for drinking on the freaking podcast.
Unbelievable. Yeah, in Tennessee, when I lived in Tennessee, it was quantity over quality. We used to get like 30 racks for like $15 or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and we just pound those.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge drinker.
Quantity.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Carping on.
Hey. What's up, dude?
Most redneck thing I can think of is marrying my cousin at the family reunion while eating Spam sandwiches, oozing mayonnaise, all while playing a banjo on the bio, the pot of gumbo, cold beer, NASCAR on the TV. Hey, look, they're making a left turn.
I changed my vote. If only Jeremy had read all of them to us with the redneck voice.
We could have really decided.
Yeah.
Yes. It would have changed things.
I feel we made the best choice, though. That was a good one.
So. I agree.
Yeah, that was that was one of the first that it just kind of, he went with a story rather than like, be like, well, I wrote this and did that. He went with it. Yeah.
Went all out.
Yeah,
I can't believe the amount of comments we got on that.
It was so many. It was great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Keep the comments coming, you guys.
Please.
We love them.
Yeah. We read them. I literally wake up in the morning and quickly go to the last video that was launched to see what the new comments, and I will check periodically through the day, and then when a new video is launched, I will check that one, and I'll go back once.
I always click newest first and start scrolling. Yeah.
And I look to see the comments. We do look, everyone, especially Brian. You definitely look.
Do you want to know the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning?
What?
Not look at the comments.
Go pee-pee?
No, it's before that even.
Yawn? Wake you up? You open your eyes?
Not even. Sometimes I start before I even open my eyes.
What do you do?
So this was viewer takeover.